Hello, Auburn fans. I'm Miles Barano. I'm here with Brandon Marcello and Michael Nizick. We're with Auburn 24/7 Sports at auburnundercover.com. We just got out of a press conference with Coach Gus Malzahn. He actually had a lot to say today, kind of.
Sorta.
He was in good spirits after the Georgia win.
Sure.
Looking ahead to Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, his big message, and it was more for players than us, because we don't have to worry about overlooking ULM. We could say Auburn's going to win by 50, but his message, and he delivered it pretty forcefully, that, look, Saturday was a party, it was a fun party, and everybody, brought the sombreros and all that, but that's done with, that's over with. Now we got to kind of look ahead. And I think it's more about, they got to get the mindset right for Alabama. They got to be focused on the task at hand. I don't think, he'll say he's worried about ULM, but I don't think he's really. This is a team that beat by 51 points last year. But he wants them focused and not kind of just relying on the emotions of Saturday. He wants them looking ahead and trying to do it again, and, 3 more times, I guess, in the regular season with the SEC championship, hopefully, for them.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. It was just that they can't let up, and kind of aligned with what Gus Malzahn's done in previous years with these games between the Iron Bowl, even if it's a huge game like it was in 2013 now, it is, and it's the same now, is that they're going to play until, they get a big lead and then pull guys out. But if someone's on the border of, injury or being able to play, they'll hold them out. I think it's pretty clear if Mike Horton's still a little banged up, they're not going to play him at offensive guard. Obviously, Cameron Petway's not going to play in this game. The soonest he'll come back is the Iron Bowl. I think that beyond that, Auburn's pretty healthy. I just think that their plan is they're going to play everybody that they can and then get a big lead. At least that's their hope, and then pull guys out. Does that mean Kerryon Johnson gets 25 carries, 20 carries, 15 carries? I think it just depends on how quickly Auburn can go up.
He's going to play. Gus made that pretty clear. He's not going. They're not going to
hold him out.
Not going to hold guys out that are healthy. Like you said, the guys that are injured or questionable, maybe, but guys that are healthy aren't going to be healthy scratches on Saturday. They're going to go at least for a little while full bore against this ULM team. And look, they won by 51 points last year, and it's a more talented team. So Auburn is. So maybe they only have to do a half. I think that's your hope. Look, Kerryon breaks 2 big runs for 60 yards. You want to get him out of there, you know? I don't think you want to play him any more than the minimum you have to. Just because flukes happen, weird things happen.
Yeah, and Auburn's gone to this Iron Bowl the last 2-3 years banged up.
That's
every
the last
year,
thing they want.
and they don't want that again. And this year they should enter doing this way out here. Okay, there we go. So they're hoping to be as healthy as possible, and they should be, as long as they can get in and out of there through the first 2.5 quarters. Outside that, a lot of talk about the Georgia game, really. One thing I thought was interesting, a lot of you commented on that deep touchdown pass to Darius Slayton. You could hear on the broadcast Gus Malzahn yelling, hit him, or get it to him, early in the play. And a lot of folks thought that he was talking about Darius Slayton or the other receivers going downfield. I thought watching it that he was referring to the guy on the screen close to him, Ryan Davis, I believe, the sideline. And sure enough, Gus Malzahn, through his own way, confirmed that he was trying to confuse the defensive back to bite on the screen to maybe open things up down the field. And that wasn't the determining factor in that play because it was actually kind of away from it. But Gus admitted as much that he's been doing that since high school as a coach, yelling things to maybe try to confuse the defenders, and there's nothing against that if you're just going, hey, get it to him. It certainly sounds like the Auburn players have learned to ignore it based off Ryan Davis's response. Like, I didn't hear anything.
Not even notice.
It's really hard. I've been down the field before for games, taking photos and stuff. Sometimes you can barely hear outside your immediate kind of bubble of what, the sound's so big, especially with on the bench when you've got all those voices. Gus isn't the only one yelling and the only one talking either, so but interesting, for sure.
Yeah. Kickoff coverage is still a concern for him.
And he confirmed what you said about Daniel Carlson. We didn't get a chance to talk to him Saturday, but that the wind was a factor in some of those kicks. People were asking what's wrong with them.
Yeah, the wind was kind of weird.
He said it wasn't that it was heavy wind or blowing out. It was swirling. and so it was just causing
Yeah.
problems with the kicks because it wasn't really windy, but it was just what it was doing. It usually, I guess, doesn't do.
If you looked at the field goal post, the flags, they were going everywhere, every which direction, changing a lot.
Yeah.
And in the press box, it was a light wind in the press box, but you could tell it was just everywhere. I had wind burn on both sides of my face, so it was swirling. One side was burned, the other was burned too.
I hear people asking about the commitment, the guy that's committing today. We will have video of that. Keith's down there. He'll be doing Facebook Live in about an hour.
Yeah, 53
so
minutes.
Don't go to those other sites. Stay with Auburn Undercover and Facebook Live. He will be broadcasting that, and we will also be broadcasting Bruce Pearl's press conference at 2 o'clock. So a lot coming up, but I saw a bunch of people talking about that, setting them to other sites. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't be doing that.
That's
That's silly.
That's nice.
Don't be
Not
stupid.
nice. Not
If you want to be informed, you stick with us.
Yeah.
Stay right here.
But yeah, live broadcast, folks. That ain't any better than raw footage
Yeah.
There you go.
and our amazing coverage and writing.
What's up,
Whatever.
Auburn
I'll be there
Undercover?
in
Not
like an
much,
hour.
man.
So
Go to our website right now if you want to see what Charles Barkley had to say about Bruce Pearl and the
had a lot of opinions.
players. He's just like, hey, play the players. Who cares? The chips are going to fall wherever they're going to anyway. And he doesn't think Auburn should fire Bruce Pearl, but he knows that there's a lot of chatter going on, and Bruce is on an island right now.
But at
which
this
is true.
point, they leave. They're tentatively scheduled to leave Wednesday morning. Time's against Auburn for making a move this week because they have a trip to Charleston that goes till Sunday. So it'd be hard to get a staff together in less than 24 hours.
I mean, it's insane. As Charles said, it just doesn't make sense. Like, how do you fire a coach 1 or 2 games into a season and then go find someone? And it's true, logistically. What are you going to do? I mean, I've heard names. I'm sure others have heard names about what they would possibly do if Bruce was fired. There's certain people who have already expressed interest about taking over the program on an interim basis. But
you're not talking about replacing one coach.
Yeah.
You're talking about
an
likely
entire
replacing
staff.
an entire staff. They're already down 2 staffers. They've got
3.
basically 3. They're doing basically 7 people doing the work of 10. And then if you lose all, I don't understand how you do that.
Well, as he said, they're preparing for 7 opponents in 6 days, really. Based off of the
Film-wise,
tournaments
yeah.
and everything. And they're doing it down their video coordinator, who's responsible for getting that stuff together. And of course, Chuck Person would be assigned with scouting a team. He's not here anymore. And of course, now you're down to.
They don't have a
support
director
staffers.
of basketball operations because Chad
Right.
Pruitt is
And
kind
Chad
of
Pruitt's now
in
on
that
staff.
dual role, basically. It's a mess.
Yeah, big time. So Bruce Pearl's press conference will be interesting today. There was Chuck Person news today, right?
It was basically not guilty. He just had his court appearance and
He said he's not guilty. The
said
court
he's not
didn't say he
guilty.
was
The
not
court-
guilty. Yeah, they just say he's
It
not
was
guilty,
brief.
and he
It was
walked
brief.
out.
The court just said you're good. He didn't have comments to media that was outside. I read the New York Daily News piece. They said he didn't talk.
Excuse me, where's the visitors parking?
Visitors parking. Where exactly are you trying to go?
we give directions too.
To the business building?
Yeah, they told me I could park here.
Oh,
Like
man.
Louder?
I think so, yeah.
Asking for directions.
Louder has their own parking in their parking lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she would know better than us. She's a student.
People
luck.
We're in the parking deck of the athletics complex, so people are driving and asking for
Asking for
directions.
directions.
And,
They're a ways away from Louder though.
we are. I don't know any directions. She knows directions, so she
Kinda.
helped them out. They looked confused though. So
I have
who
no
knows?
idea where the business building is. I don't know.
I don't even know what we were talking about now. So
I know where Louder Hall is. But
Oh, Charles Barkley saying
It's like
free
this
free
one.
Bruce.
Yeah, I mean, he was adamant about it, man. He was just like, let him coach, let him be his thing. But, I mean, it almost sounded like Charles knew what was coming, though, too.
Yeah.
He was just kind of like, chips are going to fall. So you might as well just play these kids and let him coach.
There's another strange wrinkle. Charles Barkley's supposed to be getting the statue. They've got the base.
Yeah, that's one.
They've got the base, and we've been told Iron Bowl. We've been told no changes as of yet.
And he
but,
said he'll be here for that.
and they're having a Charles Barkley appreciation night on Friday. If they were to fire the staff, Jay Jacobs is on the way out. Who's going to introduce Charles Barkley? And who's going to
Sonny
speak?
Smith.
Maybe, but I mean, it's just a disaster.
Yeah. It'd be
I don't know
Sonny
why
Smith.
you'd want
Bit of an
that.
issue.
Have the appreciation night, but delay the statue. Don't you
Either
think?
way, drinks are on Charles Barkley Friday night before the Iron Bowl. We
Is
all
that
know
what he said?
that. Go downtown. He'll be there somewhere. Or Saturday. If Auburn beats Alabama Saturday night, I guarantee you Charles will be downtown buying shots for people.
Frankie, somebody's asked about Frankie Sullivan and the other staffer. They weren't laid off. They were put on indefinite leave by the university. The reasons Bruce Pearl said it's related to the ongoing investigation of the basketball program. He doesn't know specific details.
He says he doesn't know specific details.
Says he doesn't know specific, or wasn't told specific details about any
allegations. He says he wasn't told specific details.
That's right.
A lot of semantics, folks.
We don't have the specific details.
Head coach doesn't know what's going on in his own program. Is that a good thing? Even if he's saying it or lying? Is that a good thing?
What? That he doesn't know?
Well, if he's lying,
That he says he doesn't know. That's not a good thing if it's true. It's not a good thing if he's lying about it. Either way, what he said is not a good thing.
Well, it depends.
No, I know. You're a head coach and they're not telling you what's going on with your program? And why they're firing people that you hired?
Well, they're not firing. They're putting on leave.
They're going to be fired.
Well, let's be careful. They're on leave. And,
My prediction, my opinion, they'll be fired.
And we don't know the substance of the allegations, so it's unfair to them to... they're painting with a broad brush, and people are leaking to ESPN that it was around the same type of things
Okay.
Chuck Person was doing.
I'll say
That's
this, all
tough.
right. Chuck Person is about as close to Bruce Pearl as you can get on the staff, right? Associate head coach. And then you also put on administrative leave his special assistant.
But he was the video coordinator for the previous 3 years, so he was only a special assistant
The
for a
people
couple
closest to Bruce Pearl have been either put on administrative leave, whatever the hell you want to call that, or fired. Chuck Person had been fired back in October. So the ground is crumbling around Bruce Pearl, and Bruce Pearl still is not cooperating with the internal investigation, what I'm told. So,
And he wouldn't answer yes or no if he was advised by his attorney to not cooperate.
And Charles Barkley said today, he says he doesn't blame Bruce Pearl for not talking because he says Bruce doesn't want to incriminate himself in anything.
That's not exactly a ringing
That's not a
endorsement.
ringing endorsement.
That's not a ringing
But
endorsement.
that's what a lawyer would tell you. Hey, listen, just in case they have something on you, let's not do this.
Well, we're going to talk about this dumpster fire later because we got the press conference. Let's
But
get
yeah,
back
football.
to
If we were losing followers or readers, listeners, viewers.
A lot of carry-on questions. Heisman talk.
Gus
How many yards is he
Malzahn.
getting this weekend?
Gus Malzahn's adamant he should be in the Heisman race.
Well,
Now,
so
he doesn't
is
necessarily
Twitter.
believe he should win it, but he believes he should be in the discussion. He's starting to be in the discussion. I saw Jesse Palmer on ESPN discuss it. I saw...
Wait, Jesse Palmer, your best friend, Jesse
yeah, my
Palmer?
best friend, Jesse Palmer, who hates talking about his experience on The Bachelor.
He was on The Bachelor.
Yeah, he's on The Bachelor. That's how he got
That
his
was
job.
actually probably... You were probably 3 years old. That's probably 15 years ago
It wasn't
now.
that long ago.
Was it? Yeah, it was. Wasn't it? At least 10 years ago.
Something like that. I don't know.
Now I gotta look it up.
Who cares? Anyway,
This
he doesn't
is
like talking about The
important
Bachelor.
news. This is
I asked him about The
important news.
Bachelor because
Brandon hates everything.
Jordan Rogers. Who cares?
Because
Anyway,
he watches The Bachelor with his wife.
I
That's
do.
why.
It's
That's why.
hilarious. It's a hilarious show. I like watching people cry and act stupid because it makes you feel better about yourself and how stupid you are. Anyway, Jesse Palmer was discussing Kerryon Johnson Heisman race. Gus Malzahn was obviously, and someone on CBS Sports Network after the game was as well. I don't know who it was. And then Barrett Sallee with CBSSports.com was saying it as well after the game. So he's getting traction. It's
There's
just
some talk.
I just don't. He's just not going to win it. And for him to get serious consideration in my eyes, one, he's got great touchdowns right now, 15,
All right.
17 total. He's got to get more touchdowns. But
Are
he's
you
also got
ready
to have
for
a
this?
big performance against.
Are you ready for this? 13 years ago.
13 years ago.
2004. How
So I
old were
was,
you in
I was
2004?
20.
Third. Y'all, I don't know. When was that? It's 2017?
This is math, yeah.
Y'all, math
13
is not my
years
thing.
ago.
You can't
13 years ago. How old are you?
Subtract 13.
It was 13 years ago?
Yeah.
So I'm 22?
So you were
You were
9.
I was 9.
So she would not have much reference to Jesse. If you were watching Jesse Palmer on The Bachelor at 9,
I
That's a
don't
little
know.
I was
What's the
20, I guess. Still wasn't watching it.
and you were still watching it in college. That's
No, I didn't start
Yeah,
watching
you was.
until
You see
the
that
last
smile?
2, 3, actually 2 years.
I didn't start watching the last 2-3 decades.
Got a big military helicopter flying over us. FBI is serious, folks.
Maybe they're practicing. They were practicing
That's
the
Saturday.
day before. Yeah, the game.
It's a pretty fancy helicopter.
Red Dawn.
Bruce Pearl being evacuated from the stadium.
You see Bruce Pearl on a ladder on it, hanging from
Trying to
it,
get out of here.
climbing up into the helicopter.
Is it just Bruce at the press conference today?
We have players,
maybe
right?
a player or two, but who knows? That could change. Excuse me, any minute. And Bruce, I mean, who knows?
Do y'all have any more football-related questions?
Yeah, football-related questions. Let's get some football here. We'll talk plenty about basketball.
Will Malik Willis play on Saturday?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
he'll play at least a half or
As a backup.
quarter and plus. Yeah,
They're not going to start him or anything.
I think at times though that Gus is worried that he's too good of an athlete against some of these bad teams, and like you give him the green light, and it's just he's gonna like score more than
Like
Gus
score
wants
5
him.
touchdowns.
Score more than Gus wants him to, because like he's got RPOs and stuff, so he makes those calls, and like you get the feeling that against some of those lesser teams that Malik could shine just because it's got that athletic
What game was
ability.
it he came in and I immediately said, uh-oh, this isn't good, because he was going to score a touchdown. And immediately, like, he had like a 60-yard run.
Yeah.
And then they scored like 2 plays later.
He has that ability, so it'll be interesting to see if he's specifically
Especially-
told, like, you hand the ball off 10 times in a row, then you get one
Especially
play.
for a backup defense, it's just thinking, oh, Auburn's
Yeah.
scrubs are coming in, we're okay. And then boom, this guy's got
Because he's
world-class
way
speed.
more, I mean, he's probably the most, if he goes to ULM, he's the most athletic player on that team.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Definitely.
Cam Martin could get some playing time on
You would think.
Saturday, you would think.
People are saying Iron Bowl predictions. We'll do that next week. But if they play today, I'd say Auburn. Just because of the injuries Alabama's dealing with
If
on
they played
defense.
today, Alabama wouldn't be here, so I would also say Auburn.
Well, if they play today. Bruce Pearl was a coach today.
Do you think we'll stick with the shorter passing routes?
They
on
mixed it up
Saturday?
quite a bit. As our Raw Pate wrote, Auburn utilized same formations and same plays, but they added different wrinkles to things, and it confused Georgia.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. Late in seasons, you adjust and you do things that look familiar, and then you do something different off of it, and that's what Auburn did. I think the best play of the whole night was that screen pass to carry on to seal it. Beautiful call, beautiful timing. Georgia wasn't prepared for it, and that throwback to him, he could have ran 120 yards, possibly.
He'd have been tired after that.
Yeah, Canadian rules football.
Not thinking Gus is leaving anytime soon.
Will Gus leave to Arkansas?
Just a wild guess.
I got an interesting text last night.
Oh.
About that.
From Jesse Palmer.
He said, "Will you accept this rose?" No.
Brandon said yes.
I got
obviously.
asked by someone at Arkansas what his buyout is.
Interesting. Look, if they lose,
I got connections at Arkansas.
I think they'll. I mean, maybe you kick the tires if you lose the Iron Bowl.
He was kicking. Well, anyway, people behind the scenes for Gus, maybe even without
You
him
kick them a
knowing,
little
we're
harder.
kicking
You
the
kick them a little
tires.
harder if they lose to Alabama.
Yeah, they're kicking the Arkansas.
But I think
tires.
if they were to win, it'd be hard for him to leave.
Yeah,
a 10-2 team.
that or unless he just thinks, I think I've
His
gone
long-term
as
stability.
far as I
Yeah.
want, and I don't know. I mean, they might fire me next year. I don't go somewhere and survive 5 more years. Who knows? What will
Option.
Auburn's?
Because that Arkansas place is gonna. Whoever goes there is gonna get some time because the wheels are falling off there pretty good.
Yeah, but there's some talent. Some.
Cheers to right. Cheers
Cheers to Cole Kelly.
Cole Kelly.
College football playoff ranking. Did I just see that?
Yes.
prediction?
Any news
What do
there?
you think, Miles? What do you think it's going to be?
I'm going to be optimistic and say 5.
Okay.
So.
I've seen a lot of people saying 7 today.
So who's ahead of them? Alabama, Miami, Wisconsin,
Wisconsin's
Clemson, Oklahoma. That's 5.
And then I think it'd be 6 Auburn.
And then who was the team ahead of them in most people's predictions? Couldn't even think.
I don't know. I've just been seeing Auburn 7. I've been so busy.
But those
this morning.
5, I would assume, are ahead of Auburn.
Yes.
Wisconsin and Miami are undefeated.
Yeah.
Clemson beat Auburn. Oklahoma, you got
One
last
loss,
year
but-
and one loss.
But they're beating up folks now.
and they're beating up people.
And they
Baker,
beat TCU
Baker
very
Mayfield,
well.
I saw a tweet that 20 voters of the Heisman all think he's the favorite, like by far.
Oh, yeah, he's going to win it.
So there's that. And then Alabama's obviously undefeated in Alabama. So
I would think 6, but I wouldn't be surprised with 7.
either
Either
way,
way, yeah.
it doesn't matter because you beat Alabama, you win the SEC championship game,
They're in.
it doesn't matter.
And I know, here's the thing. All right, folks. Here's what's going to happen, all right? Prepare yourself for this. The moment, if Auburn beats Alabama, what you're going to start hearing from national analysts and everything is, could Auburn actually make it to the football playoff? And some people will tell you no, some people will tell you yes. I'm telling you right now, don't listen to that crap. If Auburn beats Georgia in the SEC championship, they're going to the playoff.
The weird thing is it gets when if Auburn beats Alabama, then loses to Georgia, then it becomes kind of a cluster about.
Oh
what
yeah,
happens
for
with the
Georgia and
SEC.
Alabama at that
Yeah,
point.
and Auburn, do they get a New Year's Six?
Oh,
What
absolutely.
happens? So
They might get a New Year's Six bowl even losing
at
Alabama
3-1?
now.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think the loser of the playoff or the SEC championship game, and Auburn could get New Year's Six
Interesting.
games.
So it'd get 3 teams.
So I think
or
Auburn.
3.
I'm not going to say Auburn's a lock right now, but Auburn just got a commitment. According to
Where are you
Text Alert, cornerback Christian Truitt. He's the kid that was considering Ohio State, right?
Yeah, it was down to 2 teams. I don't know.
I think I talked to him back in the summer. He seemed like he was going to Ohio State at that time, so that's huge.
No, that was Michael Harris.
Was that Michael Harris? I don't know.
A linebacker already committed to Auburn,
Okay.
so 2 wins.
So 2 wins. Take that, Urban Meyer.
Obviously, Keith does most of the recruiting coverage for Auburn Undercover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's around here somewhere.
No, he's at the.
No.
He's with that guy.
Oh.
They're at
I
his
guess. I'm hoping that's true because I'm not seeing tweets.
Yeah,
I just saw the
it
text
is.
message. Is it? It's on the
We
Twitters?
just tweeted it.
Okay, cool. Miles is on top of it.
Gotcha, guys.
I just don't. I was hoping that wasn't a premature text.
Army All-American. Christian Ted.
Yeah, that's right.
Full coverage at auburnundercover.com.
That's big pickup.
Sure is.
Sure is.
Boom, as Gus would say. Boom.
Yeah. You
I think it
guys
sees a boom tweet
can
out.
follow me on Twitter for all the updates because I'm constantly on my phone and I always tweet.
All right, one more question or 2 more questions, and we got to wrap this up.
You gotta go to hoops.
Football questions. I know you'll have them.
Questions, or as David S. Pumpkins would
About
say.
Saturday.
Chip Lindsey next year.
What about?
Does he stay or does he leave? That's what the question was.
If he gets a head coach offering at a smaller school, maybe, but I think he's here to stay.
Interesting.
Petway. Status. Maybe.
Iron Bowl,
Maybe for Iron Bowl.
Maybe for Iron Bowl.
Prayers.
Hashtag prayers up.
Yeah, what is that? AD.
Not much news
Oh,
on
AD. I got it now.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Ad. You guys wanted
Well,
that?
there was like chili peppers after it. It looked like question marks. It was weird. I was just confused.
That might be the iPhone X.
I thought
just
maybe an
throwing
ad
in
started playing over us or something.
Weird characters. I don't know if anybody got my Tim Cook tweet the other night.
That he's coming.
Tim Cook
You're
says
really
he's coming.
excited
I
about that.
retweeted it with the letter I,
Ah,
with the actual letter I instead of the
Yeah.
iPhone X mistake.
well done.
I don't know if anybody got it. But anyway,
That's a good note to end on.
I think so. Yeah.
Butch Thompson, you know, we don't cover much baseball.
He's got a
but
beard.
He's got a pretty nice beard, and I think that's going to really help them this season. I know they got a big recruiting class, but that doesn't matter. The beard is what's going to take them to the next level.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
look, he looked good.
BGID, beards get it done.
Yeah, there you go.
Guess I.
All right, we'll see you later.
Remember that, girl beard.
All right. See you at 2.
Yeah, 2:00. We'll be there at the